First and 10. Snap it to the back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Brown will throw it. Hauls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
They'll try to get the first through the air. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Golden Bears will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Louisville! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give it to the back. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes the offense on first down. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like, first possession, you tell, maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punting last drive.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Louisville 7, Cal 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wide receiver going in motion. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The short hands. It's Lacy. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Maiava. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense a season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle. It's James. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Going right to work up top. Got the quick pass.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field.
Touchdown, Cardinals! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He gets a block. Got a little room. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Brown wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Moving away from pressure. Caught over the middle. It's James. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Trying play action. Into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Give to Brown. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Hughes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. At the 35, he's open. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Louisville! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
0.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Brown will throw it. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The offense changing the play. Wants to keep it in the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Golden Bears want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Motion from the back. Brown wants to pass. And the misconnection on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the the Golden Bears get enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. He's at the touchdown Cardinals. The defense putting points on the board. What a perfect play call to get the score.
And you're watching the backside on all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught them in it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Mississippi State is putting on a show offensively. It feels like they've been ringing those cowbells all game. They're up by 21 over Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cal! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right to the 15. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Offense gets set for second down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Louisville 35, Cal 7.
Got it. Gringo, Gringo.
Brown has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Running back searching for a hole. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He might want another play. Brown will throw it. Shoots it to the left. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until...
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down. He's loose. Touchdown, Cardinals! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Making side adjustments here. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Fights off the defender. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Golden Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. Brown wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
There he goes. All out of space. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Louisville. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll move the wide receiver to the air on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Here on third down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Offense in a bunch formation. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Cricket.
Brown will throw it. Using the quick game. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him, and nobody's close. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hughes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Hits a seam wide open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now on second down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is what